Hello, hello. Welcome everybody to our Tuesday leadership Zoom. There is actually, I know in the there was another went out last minute change with the Zoom Natasha was doing. But both of these are being recorded. So if you guys were at the GOAT training, that's a GOAT recap. You're all good. You can catch the replay later, but I just made a last minute decision to keep because I just found out 10 minutes ago. So I'm like, we'll just keep them both. But that's the cool thing about Ally is things are recorded. So you can go back and listen to things later on, which is what I do so much because so many of you guys always have things going on and I don't want to end it. With that said, I am super excited because about a year ago, I had this 200K on who just blew everybody away. If you guys don't know who Billy Holderbee is, he is somebody I have followed since the day I started. Um, I asked, who am I supposed to follow? Like, who are the people that know what they're doing? And his name came up, and I have been following him since one. He is absolutely amazing and incredible. And if you guys have actually been here, heard him last year, he's just amazing. And I cannot wait for you guys. There's so many new people that have signed up that either know who Billy is because he's not on our immediate team, or you're new. And I think that it's so awesome that you're plugging in today because you're about to hear some awesome tips from somebody that's been in Lavelle for a while and reached that millionaire status. And it's a man too, which I think is so cool. A lot we hear from women 200Ks, but Billy is somebody that proves that it doesn't matter whether you're a man, a woman, 20, 80, it doesn't matter in this business. You can succeed with Lavelle. And that was one of my favorite things that I was drawn to about the company was it is something anyone can do. Billy, I will pull you in and I kind of want to start from the beginning as far as what did you do before you got into network marketing, and did you like your first network marketing thing, and then how did you find Lavelle? And you're probably gonna have to unmute yourself. Hold on. Let me see.
Got it. Can you hear me now?
There he is. There he is.
Perfect. Can you say the second question? You faded out on that.
I basically want to start with what did you do before you got into like this crazy network marketing thing,
Right.
and then did you do anything before Lavelle, or was Lavelle your network marketing like gig? And then how did you find Lavelle?
Okay, perfect. All right, cool. Well, thanks again for having me on. I can't believe it's already been a year. When you messaged me that the other day, I was like, what, already?
I know. Time flies.
It's so crazy. And then I was telling my wife last night, I was like, can you believe it's almost May? Half this year is 1 month from being over. It's so crazy. But I don't know if y'all noticed, I'm sporting a Mohawk Tuesday today. Since I haven't had a haircut now in a couple months, you might as well just start throwing it up into a Mohawk. So that's what I'm rocking right now. My wife laughs at me when I come out of the shower, the restroom, or the bathroom with my hair all spiked up like that. But so let me just share a little bit about my journey. And yeah, Lisa, when I seen that message pop up from Natasha, I was like, oh man, how in the world are we going to go against that? Chastity, Natasha, and Drew. But I'm glad you're recording it that way we can pass it on. But let me share a little bit about before Thrive. What was Thrive like for Billy? I was an athlete all my life until I was 28. I even played semi-pro football up until 28. At 28, I blew out my knee for the second time since high school. I blew it out my high school year, senior summer. So I played after I graduated. I heard it playing football in the summertime. That was the first time I actually set out from doing anything from a couple years. Went to work with my dad roofing. Discovered real quickly that that's not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, even though my dad, my uncles, my grandpa, everybody in my family were roofers. And that's what I was supposed to do. And I got up there and working for my dad. I grew up roofing with him young, going up there and doing things from a very 12 years old even. But when I really quit playing football and started really working for them out there in that hot sun on them hot roofs all day long, I was like, this is not how I want to spend my life. So I kind of broke the chain. About 22, I went and tried out for a semi-pro league, which I made, and I wound up playing with them until I was 28, blew out my knee again for the second time. And then, Lisa, my life just pretty well crashed. From 28 to almost 40, I gained over 100 pounds from my playing days. Actually 150 pounds if we want to really talk numbers. I was miserable. I couldn't sleep at night. I had no energy. Life sucked. But here's the kind of the crazy thing that so many other people out there, and hopefully I can get this to you today and share some things, some golden nuggets with you to help you of why we got to do this mission, because I was hurting and I was in a bad place. But if you seen me, Lisa, out on the streets, I'm going to smile and I was all happy and just go lucky and shake your hand. But when I would walk through my front door, my family was getting a total different Billy than was seen on the streets. And I remember, so I'm getting chilled, but I'm just thinking about this. It's weird when we start really getting in deep to our stories, what happened. But I would come home and my wife, we had a bar that my kids could set up and my wife cooks every night. She's an amazing cook. And my kids would be setting up there. And when I would walk in the door, they would climb down from the bar, come over and hug me, and then they would go to their bedrooms. And then I would come in, sit on the couch, and turn on the TV. And I would sit and just watch 6 to 8 hours of reality TV every night. I would eat my dinner on the couch. I even remember nights, my wife trying to talk to me, Lisa, and I'd be like, I don't want to talk. I've talked all day. I don't want to talk. I was never mean to my kids. I was never mean to my wife. Well, I guess that was very mean to my wife, telling her I didn't want to talk. But at the time, you don't really feel like you're being mean. But my kids went to the room because they knew that Dad was just miserable. So, yes, I had tried every product under the sun. Here's how bad it was, Lisa. I tried about 13 different network marketing companies for the product, not the business, for the product, because I was looking for anything, and I would buy them and I would take them and nothing. I'd buy them, I'd take them and nothing. I even went to, this is how bad it was. I was in a restaurant one day, and a couple behind me was talking about a product that they were loving, and I'm eavesdropping. I left the restaurant, went to my car, and ordered that product. It didn't do nothing either. So I did all these products that never just worked, but I was trying. I was looking for something, and I seen Mitzi Driver, a good friend of mine that I'd known for 12 years. I actually seen her on Facebook just instantly change. I've known her for 12 years. Like I said, I knew her pretty close, and I just seen a different Mitzi on Facebook. And you could see she was playing with her kids. She was excited. She was smiling and happy. 2 weeks in, I actually told my wife, I think somebody hacked Mitzi's Facebook page. I said, I think she's been hacked, because she's like happy. So I actually ran across her and I said, hey, why are you so happy? I didn't know what it was. I really didn't pay attention to her posting about Thrive or nothing like that. I just noticed the happiness. And she was like, I'm thriving. And I asked what that was. She told me it was vitamin and supplement. I instantly said, never mind, I'm out. I don't want nothing to do with that. They don't work for me. And here's what she got me. She said, Billy, I've tried everything also. You have to trust me. And we left that evening. I talked to my wife and I said, what's it going to hurt, babe? What's one more try? I know Mitzi, I see it in her. She's happy. I want to be happy. So I went ahead and I bought $100 worth of samples from her. Yes, I paid for my samples. And then I ordered on the way home. After I picked them up, we ordered my month's supply. I'm not going to go into full detail because I want to throw some other golden nuggets out here, but I'm trying to get to the point of what we're doing this for. Is on the first 9 days, I noticed nothing. I thought, here we go again, wasting my money again. And on day 10, I slept, night 9, I woke up on day 10 and I slept all night for the first time in probably 9 years. I considered it a fluke, I woke up on day 11, slept all night again for the first time since the night before. But those were 2 straight nights I slept all night when I was getting up and using the restroom 3 or 4 times in the night, tossing and turning, blah, blah, blah. So we go through this first month of me being a customer, nothing till day 10. Day 13 and 14, my knees and back stopped hurting me. That's when I knew, okay, this is different. I'm sleeping all night. My knees and back aren't hurting me. And I'm full of energy now. So we get to the end of the first month. I'll tell you numbers here. Legally, we can't talk about it, but in the first month, I lost 28 pounds. And I didn't know that at the beginning, but you can't post that on Facebook because that's considered rapid weight loss. So if you're listening to this and you want to share my story, don't put that I lost 28 pounds in the first month, because that's rapid weight loss and that's not supposed to happen. But why it happened is I went from the couch to outside. That's the reason. And I made a post on day 28 on Facebook that said this. This was my very first post about Thrive because it was a secret. I didn't want nobody to know when I was doing it. I posted on Facebook. I was going to my brother's birthday party. This was in July. I started July 31st is his birthday. So I started the beginning of July. I made a post on Facebook on the way, right as I was walking out the door. I said, I've been thriving for 28 days. My knees don't hurt. My back don't hurt. I'm full of energy. I'm sleeping all night and I've lost 28 pounds. I love this freaking stuff. As a customer, I just posted that. I drive 10 minutes to my brother's, and by the time I got there, I had 68 messages of what is this? How much does it cost? Tell me how I sign up. And it was like, oh my gosh, what just happened right here? And I messaged Mitzi and said, go look at my Facebook page. She said, you got to become a promoter. I told her no. I said, you can have them. Just message them all. You can have them. It's not a big deal to me. I don't have time to that. I have a business. I'm busy. So just take them. I found out it was free. She said, Billy, it's free to do it. Just click the button and start sending them your link. And that's what I did. I said, okay, if it's really free, I'll do that. And I just started sending my link. I had no clue what to do other than that. Just send them my link. Here's my link. Go sign up and order. That's all I was telling them to do. Then I jumped online that night when I seen the big explosion, and I ordered $5,000 worth of product. Now, do you have to order $5,000 worth of product? No. But I just seen all these comments, and I was like, okay, something's powerful here about to happen. I ordered the product. I started selling 3-day trial packs for $20, 6 days for $35. And this was what I'll pass to you, is when Mitzi gave me my trial pack, she looked me in the eye. I don't even know if she knew she did this or why she was doing it, but somebody taught her to do it, but I'll teach you to do it. When she handed me that trial pack, she said, Billy, do not base your life being changed on that trial pack. It may work right now. It may not. You need to order. So just this just shows you how easy it is to take it, but you need to order. And I did. Thank God I did, because remember, I didn't notice anything for 10 days. But I started telling everybody that. I started saying trial packs, $20, $35. And when I was meeting people. I was setting up at Walmart. Paul talks about this all the time. And I get messages when he says it. I get messages like crazy. What did you do at Walmart? I just made posts on Facebook saying, hey, if you want to feel the best you've ever felt in your life, you want to lose weight, have energy, all this stuff, meet me at Walmart today. I'll be in the parking lot up top. Trial packs, $20 for 3 days. And they did. People were pulling up. Now that I look back at it, I'm sure people were thinking I was probably selling drugs out of the back of my car or something. But seriously, people were pulling up and buying these from me, and I was telling them the same thing. Don't base changing your life on this. You have to buy this now when you go home. And so we did almost 75K our very first month. I did not come from a network marketing company. I didn't have a big following. I actually only had less than 300 friends on my Facebook page. So it doesn't take a huge number. That was less than 300 people that I had as a following on Facebook. There was no Instagram. I wasn't on Twitter. I wasn't any of that stuff. There wasn't any of that stuff. So it was basically Facebook and that. And people just started going home and ordering. And I would say this to you. What did I do different back then is I had the confidence. I had the belief. I knew this product was the best. And I was telling them, you got to buy this stuff now. And they were doing it. So a lot of times people don't get orders, but is it because of your lack of confidence? You're not really confident in it, or you're scared of the price. And I will tell you right now, if people knew what this would do for them, $150 is nothing to them. They're spending way more than that on a monthly basis, I promise you. So you don't be scared of the price, and you have to have confidence in telling them that. You can't stutter. You have to look them in the eye and be confident about it. So that was my journey of starting the Thrive experience. We did 80K.
Your story, like when you were talking about coming in and your kids giving you a hug and going to your room, I had chills because I was thinking about how many of us can read that. Like our kids didn't even want to be around us. because we just weren't happy people. I used to do the same thing. I mean, I would work, come home, and watch TV because I was burnt out. I didn't want to do things with my kids because I was just tired. I wanted to give 5 minutes to myself. I just need 5 minutes to myself, which would turn into a whole night. So I know so many people can relate to that. But when you're talking, oh my gosh, like I want to sign up again. Like, is there a way to do this all over again? Because you can hear the passion in your voice. And everybody on here who says, well, I don't have a lot of Facebook friends and I've never done this before and I just don't have a big network. You don't need any of those things. All you need is Billy's excitement and passion, and you were changing. You were physically changing because of these products. And I think a lot of people think, well, it has to be a weight thing. Well, people are seeing I'm losing weight. That's not true. It's what they hear in your voice. It's the story you're telling. And it's so powerful, that message that comes across. You were making everyone around you go, hey, I need this. So I do need this. I need this too. But I love that you made that statement about the mini experiences, because I think one of the biggest mistakes promoters can make is that mistake where they tell people, oh my God, you're going to feel amazing. This is going to be the best 3 days of your life. And then when nothing happens, because that was the same for me. I mean, the first 3 days I felt a tiny bit of energy, but nothing to where I was going to buy the product. It wasn't until like day 6 that I slept through the night. If I would have stopped at a 3-day mini experience, I would have never known that. You know what I mean? If I wouldn't have gotten a month, I wouldn't have known day 10 that my aches and discomforts in my knees were going to feel better. Like, I love that you say that, because I think as promoters, sometimes we get so excited that we start making all these promises, and then it turns people off because they don't realize, look, this is just simple. We're going to show you how simple and easy it is. And you'll get to like kind of, see, smell, taste, feel everything. But this is not going to be what this does for you. It's that continued use of the product over and over. So you did $75,000 in your first month.
Correct.
Freaking crazy. And you were about to give all that to Misty. It's a good thing Misty is a good person and said to you, just sign up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Some people will be like, okay, I'll take all your stuff. So it's a good thing Misty is like an awesome person. But I think that is so cool how it was really ignorance on fire. You knew how to send people your website, and you knew how to tell them to meet you in the Walmart parking lot. Here's product, here's my website. You have to have this go up. So
That's all it was.
how quick did it end up going 200K?
7 months. We almost hit it our 6th month, and I probably should, if I'd have known what I knew now, I would have hit it that month. But I seen growth, and I was like, we'll just hit it next month, which we did. So 7 months.
Right. So you have been in for how long?
5.5 years. July will be 6 years. So almost 6 years.
6 years. And in that time, how do you continue to stay this excited? You know how many people, are in our inboxes, like within 3 months, like, I can't get that excitement back. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, there's a couple reasons. One, and I'll be honest about this, Lisa, that if I wasn't making any money, it would be hard to keep doing this. 6 years later, I probably wouldn't still be on Zooms here with you if I wasn't making any money. I would still be taking it, but I probably wouldn't be on Zooms. But let me share, if you don't care, how can they get to this point? That's what everybody wants to know. How can I get to that point? Right?
Share.
Yeah, that's what everybody out here watching wants to know. But it's got to come with excitement. I heard somebody say on the GOAT training this week, and I can't believe I don't have my notepad, but they said, don't post and hope. And I'm like, so many people are posting and hoping. And that, I promise you, that is not going to work for you. You are not going to attract the right people. It's going to be very few far in between that you do attract that way. They have to hear the excitement, see the excitement, know the real you, see that you really believe in this. So what I would encourage you to do is really, really, really ramp up your game. In the social media world right now, if you're not making 6 figures a year, and this might hurt some of you, you're not really trying. You're not going as hard as you think you are going. But on the flip side of that, maybe you don't want 6 figures a year. And that's something I've had to come with term with, Lisa. And I would encourage all the team members listening, of your team out there in the sidelines listening today. You can't want it too bad for somebody else. And I used to get bad drug into that, and it would hurt me. It would hurt me to tears. It would hurt me as in anger. I would turn anger on them because I'm like, dude, I'm working my freaking butt off, and you're over there twiddling daisies and wondering why you're not making it. And I would get agitated, and it come across to them too. And I probably maybe offended a lot of people. And now looking back on that, you learn as leaders. We weren't leaders when I wasn't. I know you probably were, but I wasn't. I didn't come from a leader and doing this. So I made several mistakes. We're all going to make mistakes, but you learn and you grow. And I've had to realize that what I want is not what you want or what the next person wants. You have to, Janelle says, love people where they're at. And I didn't have a problem with that. I'm like, you better get on this train. And if you ain't on this train, don't really waste my time, because I don't have time to talk to you, because we were on a mission. And still looking back on it, we probably didn't have time to talk to a lot of people that wasn't really interested, that are getting serious with this. But I would tell you to ramp up what you're doing in social media. There's so many platforms right now that you need to go harder if this is what you want. If you want these up here behind me, and what Lisa has or what other people have in this company, if we can do it, you can do it, but you got to ramp it up. There's no one in the world that you know that made it successfully in business that didn't work their butt off, unless it was given to them from a silver spoon, which is bad in my opinion, but there are a few of them out there. But the people that make it work their face off. So if you're one of them that want it, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to ramp up your game and work a whole lot harder. How can you do that? I just told you, social media. There's so many social media platforms out there right now. Lisa, I don't know if you're on TikTok or not. Are you doing TikTok, Lisa?
No, I don't know if I'll ever do TikTok,
Okay.
but I should. I'm jealous of the people out there rocking out TikTok.
Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. I've been pushing TikTok for about the last 6 or 7 months. I seen about 6 to 8 months ago that TikTok was probably going to become the next biggest platform. I have a feeling TikTok's going to take over everything. I think they're going to go past Instagram and Facebook. But why TikTok is cool is there's not a lot of drama that goes on there. You're not all you do is post videos and stuff. But right now, for someone to just get thousands of followers and thousands of views, the only way you're really going to get that is on TikTok right now.
Okay, you talked me into it, Billy.
I'm telling you, Lisa, with your experience of what you know to do, you could get on TikTok, and before the end of the month or the end of next month, you could have 20,000 followers. And it's just doing daily videos. And I'm not even doing it to the level that I need to be doing it. But I should have. And I should have 6, 8 months ago when I started telling people you need to go do TikTok. You need to go do TikTok. Because that's the next biggest thing. And it's the only thing right now that you can do and just go viral instantly from something silly. It can be silly, but here's what it is. If you incorporate showing your patch, you incorporate me. Yesterday I did a video on running to the mailbox and getting my new package, and I told them like for part 2. You can do stuff like that. It's pretty awesome. I would encourage you to do that. But even if you're not still on Facebook, Instagram, you got to ramp up what you're doing. You got to be in front of the camera as much as possible and spitting out valuable information. Now, you got to have excitement while doing it, but you also have to get what you're passionate about. I made a post today. The number one thing a lot of people aren't losing weight is gut health. Gut health is a number one way of people struggling from losing weight, digestive issues. You got to have proper gut health. Well, you can't just go on Facebook and make a post about gut health and hope that you post and hope that I'm going to make this post about gut health and everybody's going to join me. All right. That's not going to work. You have to be given value also. So if you want to post about the gut health, then you need to do a video explaining to them why gut health is important. But also when you're doing videos and interviews or whatever you're doing, it always can't be based on making you money. you really also have to get in a mindset of, if you really love helping people and you want to change lives, I'm sharing information to help people. Don't look at every post you make. Is this going to get people? Is this going to make me money? Is this going to get likes? Is this going to get, if you're basing everything you do around that, you'll almost vapor lock yourself. And you won't even do things because you're afraid, is that going to get enough likes? Is that going to get enough views? So I better not do that. I don't know if that's good enough. If you always think, is that going to be good enough? You'll never be good enough. So think about that. If you always worry about, is that good enough? You'll never be good enough. What you have to do is go with your passion, go with what you love doing, knowing we have a product and a company that you can stand behind that's absolutely truth, and you start spitting fire about it. You start spitting fire about what it does, and don't get attracted or looking at the views and the comments. And that's why a lot of people, Lisa, won't go do TikTok or won't go do something different, is because you may go post on TikTok 4 times a day. Go post on TikTok 4 times a day for the next 3 months. But they won't do that. They'll go post on there. It'll get 1 or 2 views. They might do it again in a couple days, and they might get 1 or 2 views or 3 views, and they'll be like, okay, this ain't for me. Of course it ain't for you, because you didn't do nothing to make it for you. You have to just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. But people fear rejection so bad that they cripple themselves because they don't know if it's good enough. And you'll never be good enough. You just have, Lisa, we're talking about past experiences. When I was just sharing my story, I don't know if y'all have Time Hop that shows you what you posted 4 years ago or 5 years ago, whatever. Videos pop up in my deal, and I look at my videos that I did 5.5 years ago, and I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, that was pathetic. But it didn't matter to me. I didn't care. I wasn't thinking when I was doing that video. I was just like, getting on here telling people, you have to do this. This is awesome. Look at the energy you can get, or the energy I'm getting, or I've lost 5 more pounds. People want to see the real you, and you got to keep doing it. You can't just post once or twice and hope to get rich in this company. You have to do so many more things. You have to post nonstop, spit it into every network that you possibly can. Your face in front of people is going to change your life. Whatever you can do to get your face in front of people, the more you can, whether it's good or bad, don't worry about that. Just go do it. Because if you screw up, you can always do another one. It does not matter, but don't judge yourself on it. So those are the things. I know you've probably seen this. We're probably getting close on time, but I'll show you this. I'm in the little screen, so I don't know if I'm talking, if I think I'm in the big screen, but I had this made now a little over 1.5 years ago or so, maybe even close to 2 years. Now, I'll give you some tips. If you see this and you want to go make a before and after of you, I take these around and I pass them out all the time. If I'm at the stores, if I'm at the mall, if I'm at the gas station, wherever I'm at, I pass these out. Now, I will tell you some legal terms. On the back of this, I'm going to tell you what it says. It says, getting my life back was the biggest blessing I could ever ask for. I would love to share with you how I did this. I would love to share how I did this with you. When you feel better, you do better. And I have Billy Holderbee, #BringItBilly, and my contact information with my Facebook. It does not say anything about Lavelle, and you can't go out and make your own cards that say Lavelle or anything. It has nothing about Lavelle on there. All it is my before and after, and that's what I read you on the back. So legally, if you go make this, don't put Lavelle stuff on there. You can't do that. So I wanted them to have to message me, follow me on Facebook or whatever. And this is how I get a lot of people now, is just by passing these cards out. How can you pass these cards out? Because there again, you're going to feel uncomfortable about it. You're like, how do I hand this card to somebody? When I'm walking in the store, I see people, mamas. I see people that may need to lose weight. People are even healthy. People are buying energy drinks that are healthy. I just stop them and say, hey, I keep them in my pocket. When I go into the store, I have 4 or 5 in my pocket. And I just say, hey, something told me to give this to you today. I don't know why or why not, but I have a product that's completely changed my life. I'd love to share it with you. And I just hand it to them and say, have a good day, and walk off. And that's all I do. So if you're not getting enough people around enough, Lisa asked me, how do I add to my network? This is how I add to my network, other than the people that find me through social media. So I don't know. I could talk all
You,
day, Lisa, but what else?
I know. But trust me, we're not sick of hearing you. I was curious as to, being in 6 years. I think a lot of people, you know, every week I do this call, and I think they're always super surprised when they hear people talk about the fact that it hasn't been all shine and rainbows. Because I think sometimes they think, oh, you're 200K now. It's just so simple. Life gets easy. And it's just from that point on, it's just simplicity. And I've had so much life happen just in 3.5 years. I'm sure in 6 years, you've had a lot of things happen. And I mean, I've lost team members. I look now at my business and I'm like, how is my big leg that got me to 200K not even here anymore? Like, it's not even here. I'm like, what?
Dude,
Can you imagine if I would have stopped and I was like, oh, I'm cool. I'm good. I don't need to sign anyone else because I have this rock star team. But yet, 3.5 years later, the leg that literally took me to 200K, there's nothing in it. It's
yeah.
gone. And then I've lost people that I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like 40Ks, 80Ks, 200Ks that have decided to go on a different path. And I'm like, are you crazy? And then now they're onto the Earth company. And I'm like, why do you do this to yourself? But there's a lot of things that have happened. And then like life, like I've had deaths, I've had personal issues, kid issues. And I think about all the things that could have totally, I guess, paralyzed me, or I could have stopped working. What are some things that you feel like stick out to you over the last 6 years that are those things that have happened in your business or in your life that you had to overcome?
Yeah. So what you just said about your biggest leg gone, same with me. Same with me. I used to hear, Lisa, early on when I would like first in Lavelle, my first couple of years, people would say, I'd hear this, the people that get you to 200K won't keep you to 200K. And I would be like, what? That's crazy. We're a family here, baby. Like that's my family right here. We ain't going nowhere. Well, they do go somewhere. Life happens, things change, people go different directions. They think the grass is greener on the other side. But although that's a different story and it doesn't really matter, but it's going to happen to you. But you can't let that devastate you. But if you quit working, then it will devastate you. But what you have to know is, I have a saying here, like I love working with happy people. You got to be happy and friendly and just enjoying what we're doing. I don't have time for drama mamas. I mean, I just don't, and I'm not calling out mamas, there's drama daddies too. So I don't have time for drama people, man. I will cold turkey them unless they need me for a 3-way call or a team call or something like that. But I can't spend time with people that are causing ruckus all the time because it brings you down and hurts you too. So I would tell you, if you got somebody on your team that's dragging you down right now, or you got even family members that are dragging you down right now, you got to get out of that environment, because what you hear the most is what you wind up spitting out also. So I want you to think about that. If you listen to this person over here being negative all the time, you're going to spit out negative. This whole quarantine deal, I watched a video the other day and said, have patience with people right now, because this is a struggle time for a lot of people, even though Lavelle's doing great, which is amazing. It's awesome. But people are starting to watch the news. They're starting to fall into all this, this news crap that's really devastating our country right now, in my opinion, of them lying and saying all this rude and mean stuff. But if you keep watching that stuff, you're going to start, next thing you know, you're going to be in people's chats talking about what's going on also, or defending this or defending that. And that's going to consume you. And next thing you know, you will turn into a negative mindset also. So I would encourage y'all to just avoid all that stuff, get away from that, follow the leaders that are still rocking this and doing it. And the last, I went with a struggle with my mom. She had, she almost died and she had to get a new lung. I went 2 years. I couldn't go on any Lavelle trips. We recovering my mom. She did get a new lung. She's doing awesome. It's been a little over a year. She just moved into her own house. So the same thing with everybody. Everybody has life happen, but you still got to keep working. If you had a job, you would still go to work. So that's why you have to keep doing this. And I would just encourage you right now to not dive into any of the negative stuff and love people, because so many people are hurting, and you got to just call them and check on them, see how they're doing. Just physically call some people today and just check on them. How are you doing? Not about business. Call some of your team members. Check on them. See what's up. You know, ask them how they're making it, how they're doing. Now, if they start whining and crying too much, you got to keep that conversation a little bit shorter. But just let them know that you're checking on them, because it's a difficult time right now. But so you're all going to go through stuff. It's whether you give up or not, Lisa.
It's okay. I think as leaders, as we need to know it's okay to let some people go. Because I do have, I've had leader team who have come to me and they're like, look, I cannot take this negative team. They are drama, Facebook drama, and they're and I think we like feel this need to, oh, we can't leave anybody out or we just have to put up with it. That's not true.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so. I think sometimes you have to cut out the cancer and then everything else flourishes. It's so crazy how that works. Like you think, well, this person's an 80K, so I have to deal with their BS. Or they're a 200K. You don't. I'm sorry, but half the time their team isn't growing because of their negativity. And once you can say, look, I'm not supporting this anymore. You either change or else you need me for a three-way call. That's one thing, like you said, but I am not entertaining your drama anymore. I'm not doing it because it's
Yeah,
like your own peace of mind. It's like,
exactly.
why aren't we all happy and excited to be here? Why isn't everybody? Like, I think about right now with what's going on in the world and how many people have lost their jobs or can't work or have sick family members or they themselves are sick. And then we had people on our teams bitching because their paycheck wasn't as much as they thought it was going to be, even though they didn't work as hard as they should have. It's like,
Yeah.
hello, wake up. Like, why aren't we all so grateful that we have anything coming in? Are you doing anything at all different because of what's going on with COVID and everything that is happening?
You know, I had a friend. I actually called a friend of mine yesterday. I haven't seen in a while. The good buddy of mine that used to be in Lavelle with us. His wife was 80K. He was even 40K. Now they've dropped down to 12K, and he's even below that. But they don't really promote it anymore. But I reached out, just how y'all doing, man? I haven't heard from y'all a while. And it's the thing of he asked me, how's Lavelle doing? I said, Lavelle's doing great, and it is up to you what you want it to be. But the only thing doing different right now is I told him this. I said, this is really not any different from me. I said, and I just can't take my family and go to the restaurant, or I can't go here and just on a whim. But Lisa, honestly, this has not been much different for me. The only thing I really do different is play golf. So other than that, I'm here at my house. So it's really not been a big shocker to me
I know.
like it
I
has.
haven't been like promoting it different. I haven't been
Yeah,
like scared to say anything on Facebook because I mean, I think about if I was still waiting tables and bartending, I wouldn't be working right now. Like I would not be
yeah,
able to pay my bills. There's somebody else out there that needs to see my post or
yeah,
needs to like know that this opportunity is there. They can make the decision, but it's always a no if you don't ask. I think that's
yeah,
like the biggest thing people are scared of is that word no. It's like
yeah,
people are gonna say no. They say no all the
yeah,
time, but we just can't take it personally. I know last year we talked a little bit about people falling into that management place where they start like where they literally stop working and they start telling everyone else what to do. And
yeah,
then they're like, okay, why am I not growing and moving the way that I should? Or those people that like separate their teams. Like they're not plugging into anything because they think my team, all they need is my information. They only need my Zooms. They only need my stuff. And it's such like a really bad place to fall into when you're not plugging your people into everything. In my opinion, I think people need to be plugged into just more than you
yeah,
and need to know that they need to hear like that voice of other people that are excited about this that may, because I know like there's people on my team, they're sick of hearing me. Like
yeah.
I will say something and then they get on a Zoom with you say it and they're all like, oh my God, did you hear what Billy said? And I'm like, yeah, I've been saying that.
I have a Lisa on that's so true. And that's for all of us. It's all the same thing. It's just a different voice. It's just like your mom and dad telling you something all the time. You don't really want to hear it. But I have a saying here of I have to be careful with this, but this is the honest truth. What you said about going your own way is, or it's a death trap. But I have something I firmly believe: if you segregate, you disintegrate. I mean, it's just what's going to happen. We all need it. You just got to get along. Even if you don't like people or not, just got to get along. It doesn't matter. You don't always like what your boss says at anything, but unless somebody's really hurting you, or they're that hateful leader that may be killing your team, you may be on that team too, that your leader is the one that's destroying it. So you got to be careful for that. But I would say this, if you segregate, you're going to disintegrate unless you are just one powerful leader and you're getting away from some negativity that's keeping you from exploding. That I've seen that happen in teams too, Lisa. I've seen some leaders on my team they're holding their teams back. They really are, because of what you said. Though, they're trying to make them stay into their bubble. This is a volunteer army. Everybody under us, everybody under you is volunteer. We have no control over anyone. And if the sooner you can get past as a leader of just being like, hey, let's just have a good time here. This is fun. Quit making it so stressful. Quit worrying about what Sally and Joe Michael is doing, and let's just have a good time and share this with each other and keep a bond together, a closeness. Because, and I'll encourage some leaders out there, if you start talking about another leader, you are destroying you, and you're destroying your team. Even if you do not agree, you never complain downline. Never. Death trap. Do not complain downline about anybody. All right? It will kill you. It will hurt you so bad. So I don't want to get off on that subject either, but the thing is, I would tell you, and we can wrap this up if you're ready to wrap it up, Lisa. I'm sure you probably are, and your team members are sticking with us. Thank y'all for jumping on in your day. But I would encourage all of you to, like I said earlier, ramp up your social media game. Get your face out there. Get your voice out there. Quit worrying about if it's good or bad. And you sit here and look at some leaders. And I'm not even doing this myself, so I commend you, Lita. Lisa, where did that come? Lisa, I think about, you look around the teams, and I would encourage all these people watching this today. Lisa doing this every freaking day. Natasha Roberts doing them all the time, right? Who's Susan Kaufman every Monday morning, or every Monday morning a call. The only way you're going to be a leader out there is you stay connected to your leaders, but you have to start doing your own things. Quit relying solely on Lisa to do it. Quit relying on your other leader to do it for you. You have to come in. You got to start doing calls all the time. You have to start doing Zooms all the time. You have to start interviewing all the time. You have to step up and do this. If not, you're just going to be in the shadow all the time. And if you want to shine, you got to come out to shine. The sun has to come out to shine. You can't stay behind the clouds. So if you really want this for your family, come on, man, it's fun. Just start having a good time. Quit worrying about screwing up and just go do it. Just have fun doing it. Are you going to get haters? Yes. Are people going to make fun of you? Yes. But who cares? They can't make fun of this, right?
They can't make fun of that. I love when you said, what'd you say? If you segregate, you disintegrate.
Yep.
Oh my
That's the way I
gosh,
see it.
that's so golden. And you're right. If you want this, I look back at my team, and I'm sure you do too, Billy. The people that are 200Ks, 80Ks, 40Ks, they're not people that waited around for their upline to find the answer. They're
Nope.
none of those. Like, I look at the people on my team that are go-getters that have gone 280K, 40K. They are all people that they don't wait around for anyone.
Nope.
They do not go, well, I'm going to sit here for 3 days until my leader sends me that one training video I asked for. No, they go find it. If they have to ask 10 other people, they don't
Yep.
stop until they get what they need and go and go where they want to go. I mean, really, that's the difference. The excitement level, the ignorance on fire, and just not overthinking it, but going and finding the answers yourself and getting out there. Like you said, you're always going to be in the shadows. If you don't take that step forward and go, you know what? I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and do these videos. I might only get 2 views. The same thing, Billy. I see things hop up in my time hop, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was embarrassing. I have like calls back from like 9 years ago when I was doing because they didn't have Zoom and all that back then. We had freeconferencecall.com, and I had 4 people on, and I would talk for an hour. I would just talk for an hour and 4 people and just gibberish. But that didn't stop me. I never looked at the numbers. And I think that so many of us right now, we look at numbers. And you're right. I'm scared to do TikTok. I'm like, am I too old for TikTok? Am I going to look stupid if I do TikTok? I know that's so dumb. I've got to get out of that mentality and stop thinking that way, because I thought the same thing with Zooms. I thought the same things with Facebook Lives. I've thought the same thing every time I've done anything new. It may have taken me a minute, but I know that I just have to push through and overcome it and go, who cares if I look stupid? Who cares if I'm too old? Who cares? Like, just go do it.
Yeah.
Well, I so thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this and share with us. And I'll tell you what, though, we were not affected because we usually get about 80 to 100 people on this, and we have 80. So you know what? I think
That's
it's
awesome.
because I think we can stand up to Drew.
I
They're
don't
like,
know about
Drew
that,
Hoffman, who's that? Billy Holderbee's about to be on a call. I'm getting on that one.
but I appreciate you for being the leader you are. And anybody on your team, I'm telling you guys, you have a golden leader. Just freaking follow her, and but get out of the shadow. Follow her. Don't talk about her. Don't cause the drama. She's still going to be there for you, but you got to go out and just start doing it. I mean, you got to do it if you want to succeed. That's the only way that it's going to happen. And at least I'll wrap up with this. The reason people have an excuse of why they do that. 97% of the world are workers. They're what they call worker bees in the rat race. They're used to their boss saying, hey, go over there and do that paperwork, go turn this paperwork in, and then tomorrow I'm going to give you something else to do. So people have that mentality. 97% of the world have that mentality. They're told what to do on a daily basis. 3% go out, and those 97% work for the 3% that go out and do it on their own. So I'm telling you this, you got to get out of the worker bee mentality. This Lavelle.com at your name is your business, and the only way that it's going to grow, Lisa can't grow everybody's network. You freaking have to step up and do it and be like, you know what? I own Billy23 at Lavelle.com. That's my business. I got to go work it. I can't help her and go, hey, Lisa, can you come down here and help me with all this and build this for me? No, that's not how it works. You go build your own dreams. This is your dreams. Is Lisa there to answer three-way calls, three-way chats, do live Zooms with you, trainings? 100% we all are. But you got to get out of the shadow and just freaking go do it if you really want it. If you don't, we love you anyways. It's just what you want. I don't care what you want. It's what I want, and what you want, that's what's going to get you where you want to go. So love you guys.
We
Thanks,
love
Lisa.
you where you're at.
Yeah.
If you want to sit, I will wave while I'm walking by.
Yeah.
But it's not good. It can't stop you. You cannot let other people slow you down. I love that. And we get paid, you guys, in 10 minutes. I mean, every Tuesday, man, if ever I'm like doubtful, I just look at that paycheck, whether it's $20 that putting gas in your car or 5,000, whatever it is. You guys, think about all the people in the world that would love that right now. An extra $20 a week. It's so huge. So
Yeah.
make your payday
Thank you.
post today, guys. Make your payday post. Like, somebody needs to see that there's an opportunity out there for them to be getting paid every Tuesday from working from their phone. So share, you guys. Billy, thank you. You're awesome.
Thank
I
you. I
appreciate
appreciate
you.
it. I
And
guess
I
I'll
just
see you in a year.
appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for the kind words also. And you guys, if you're not plugged into Billy, I mean, he's awesome. As you can tell, if you've been introduced to Billy for the first time, definitely plug into him because he's amazing. You guys, thank you for taking time out of your day to plug into this every single week. Next month, we have a full lineup of awesome leaders. The panel that I had on with me for the GOAT training, all of those leaders I have lined up for next month. So they're all good. I'm super excited. So you guys make sure you plug in, same time every week, same link every week, and happy payday. Thanks, guys. Love you.
You
Thanks, Billy.
guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.